my God.
Shit.
Another Tuesday with the crew?
Aw, shit.
Are we out here once again?
The crew?
With the crew?
Folks, I'm so happy you're here. Welcome back to the Producer Lounge. Episode 119, boys.
Oh.
19. Dude, we're getting up there. We're getting up there. Joe Rogan, we're coming for your numbers, dude.
No chance.
We're basically there already.
He is smoothly distancing us at every moment.
No.
That man's doing more than one a week.
Yeah, he's doing like 3 a week.
We're catching up for sure.
We're basically there.
Folks who don't know, this is the Producer Lounge. This is our podcast/broadcast/game show. And this week is very special.
It's so special.
Those who are listening in audio only, I'm sorry you're missing out. Because Shady Jones is naked.
He's naked for the pod.
Oh.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Guilty.
He gave a little teaser earlier. If you follow him,
Under those
which you
clothes?
should.
Oh,
He
clothes are
is
back on.
naked.
Well, he was naked a minute ago.
Wow.
I swear to God.
Welcome back to the pod, buddy.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Hell yeah, man. We're happy to have you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one. Round 2.
Round 2.
Fight.
Yeah.
You got a bell on there?
There's your bell.
To fight.
It's the closest thing I got to a bell.
Yeah.
I was like, little slip whistles.
Yeah, exactly.
It had a little bell at the end, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you, man? How's production things been?
Production things are good. I took a little hiatus.
We heard a little bit of it.
Yeah, you guys got a little tease.
Sneak peek.
Yeah.
But yeah, I took a little hiatus. I took June off. From everything, which is nice. 'Cause last June I was in rehab, so I was like, this year I need to go back, check myself, get that mental focused, also getting that physical focused.
Mm-hmm.
Step away from the production, set new goals, figure out where I want to be this time next year. And I'm very eager and excited about this next year.
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, you're slaying it. Last podcast, I'm sure we could all literally go back and look, but you've gained 1 million pounds of muscle since then. You could basically beat up everyone in this room with one punch. Fucking slaying it. The
Dude,
mental
you look great,
discipline you're having, like,
That's the
Don't
most
we don't have a
important
punch.
part. Like,
Sorry, yep.
You know, like the discipline of like getting up every morning and then going and working out after 2 hours of doing whatever.
every morning.
Pretty much every morning I take the
Amazing.
fifth day off. So I'll go 4
Right.
days, take the 5th day off.
Okay.
Focus on different muscle groups each time. And
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
yeah. Discipline.
Pop
Yeah.
it up.
That's something I've talked about with Caleb and Dave, like, through the years of living with them. Is
He's
like,
always trying to convince us to do it, too. Austin's just every day in there, just grinding them out.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Sure,
tell,
sure is.
right? Just, no, but that's something I always talk about is like I want so bad to be like more mentally disciplined because that leads to everything else, you know. And
Routine.
it's the
Easier
routine.
said than done.
It's so much easier said than done. Yeah.
Just gotta do it. And when I started the gym, it was because I wanted to go to the sauna. So I was like,
Yeah, dude,
like,
totally.
not feeling well, so I signed up for a gym membership to go to the sauna. And then I was like, I felt so bad, like walking into a gym and then just going to the sauna and then leaving.
You're like, I'll throw a little.
throw
I'll jump
some
on the
weight
treadmill.
around.
a
So
little
I started
bit.
doing the treadmill.
Everybody knows.
And
They
then I
know
was
I'm here for
like,
the sauna.
I don't want to like be a runner. Like, I don't want to just like walk for 2 miles or like run for 2 miles and do the sauna. This is embarrassing. Let me just go and like lift something. It'll be good for me.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah. And then
It's very good for your bones.
yeah, bone density and
Yeah.
just and then that discipline of like just doing it every, getting on my schedule, and then I'm going to bed at the same time, and I have all my meals planned, and so it's just like everything's tidy.
Yeah. That's so good. There's something I don't remember who said it, but something
It was
along the
me,
lines
I
of
think.
it was probably Caleb. Yeah. Great philosopher, artist, right there among us. Was saying like, if you're disciplined in your daily life and your daily routine, you're like hyper disciplined and focused on all that. It kind of just leaves room for when you want to be creative. You can just no rules, fucking explode into your song kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, and there's something to that, you know, and not even outside of like some like philosophical stance on that, like the fact that you're just treating your body well and taking care of it and being mentally sharp and physically sharp. Like, there's no way that has like a negative effect on your music and your creation and playing live or what, you know, whatever you're aspiring to.
Yeah, I mean, I can turn EQ knobs much faster now. So, definitely help DJ chops. I might even go into rhythm because of his wrist strength.
When your muscle mass goes up, your ears actually work better. Is what I've heard.
Yeah,
you can hear
unless
more
your
nuance
shoulders
in
get
the tone.
too big, you know.
Oh, right.
Hear anything?
Yeah, that's Kaiwachi's problem.
Shoulders.
He's just too built. He's fucking everything covers him.
I mean, I get some serious
Shout out
combing
Kaiwachi.
if I flex, but other than that,
Yeah.
they're sounding nice.
Yeah, no, but there really is like something to that though. Like,
I think
if
it just
you
leaves room, you know? Like, you have your whole thing planned out, your whole day. Like, you know, when you have to wake up, you got to hit your workout, you get your food in, you have a calorie intake. So now you're optimizing, like, your mental clarity by, like, eating what your body needs, actually probably more than what your body needs because you want to put on weight if you're building upwards, right?
Sure.
And then, like, you know, like, okay, I've got this 3-hour window. This is my 3-hour window when I'm always creating. And it's just that consistency of sitting down and just doing something. And, like, you know, nowadays I'm not really making a ton of house music. I'm still making house music. But, like, I just sit down and I'm like, all right, I'm going to make something. Whatever comes out, comes out.
Nice.
You lose the judgment. You know, you're just like, this is my time to play.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes. Let the ego just kind of like fucking leave the room. Just let it happen.
Making a
That's
decision
cool.
to do something different is fun.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a great time every time.
Mm-hmm.
I do it too many times. I feel bad because I'm like, I really should get back to that one thing that I've been trying to do, and then I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm just fucking
if it doesn't
just fuck with some other shit for a while.
If I don't finish
It'll be
it,
nice.
I'm like never gonna finish it. You know,
It's
like,
fine. Yeah,
it's over there somewhere.
yeah. That's why most of the time when I'm making a track, I'll try and get it fairly laid out and kind of pushed and kind of mixed, at least for like a club, pretty quickly, or as quick as I can. Yeah, make it playable. If it makes it past the loop, like if I'm laying it out, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna lay it out, and tomorrow I'm gonna do these kind of things, and then at least get it that far. And then if I continue working on it, great. But if at least it's printed and I can put it on the USB,
good enough.
Awesome. It is ammo. And then if I play it out and people are like, this is sick, it's like, oh, okay, I'll go back and make it cooler.
Yeah. Are you afraid that maybe everyone thinks it's sick, but then you go back and you just ruin it?
No. It's my song. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I do not give a
Exactly.
fuck. I do not.
Exactly.
Other people's opinions are...
Ruining it's the fun part.
Right. Like,
good point.
Everyone hates the new shit.
At the end of the day, the most fun part is me in the studio when I'm like, oh, like whether that's breaking a track that everybody loves or making a new track, it doesn't matter. But like playing shit live doesn't compare to like being alone in the studio. Like it's more fun.
That moment where you're like, oh, this is sick.
Right.
Oh
So
God.
I'm looking for those moments more than like the crowd being like, oh my God, this is the biggest song of the summer.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, because at the end of the day, like, if you're like genuinely fucking pumped on your art, if you just made something where you're like, I feel amazing right now. This is like the sickest song that has ever existed.
You fucking did it.
Yeah, people are gonna connect with that.
Yeah, and if it connects with one person, then it's a bonus at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
And then anybody beyond that it's whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, even like when you're just playing it out, right? Playing your stuff live is a cool experience because if you didn't like making it, then they're not gonna like it.
Yeah,
right.
People can tell.
Yeah, you can totally tell.
Yeah, you can feel that. Like something's in there.
But if you had that moment and you're sitting there and you're like, oh, this is sick, and then you like go and play it, and then like that is all over your body.
Yeah.
That experience is carrying over into a live presentation. People are going to be like, they don't even care if that song is really that sick. They see you enjoying it, they enjoy it more.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right. What's up? How do you say this name? Ajisk8or4.
What's up, homie? Welcome to the party.
What's up, dog?
AJ Skater 4.
Says,
that's my brother.
Oh.
What's up, little blubber?
Oh, I see. AJ Skater 4. Now I see it.
Yeah.
He says, I always would have thought the crowd and big speakers would make it sound better. I can get that sentiment, and it kind of does. Like,
kind of does.
If you have that really good moment in the studio, it makes that playing it out even better.
Yeah.
Like more surreal.
Right.
It's so much more surreal, yeah.
It is cooler.
People.
But if you didn't have fun
general,
making it in the studio, it's still like not like who cares how loud it is.
Right.
Yeah, if you actually had a moment where you're like, I don't know about this, and then you print it and then you play it out and you're like, oh, that
I still don't know.
clap,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and then you play it in front of a ton of people.
Everybody knows.
It's not gonna make it sound better.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, wow, that mistake is loud.
Yeah, that or if you make like a weird groove that you're like, no, this is like artistic. You're like, no, it's just weird.
Yeah.
And then they try and play it out and everybody's like, what? And they're like, no, it's cool. You're like, I'm sorry, dude. It's not. And they're like, oh, you're right. I'm just trying to, I'm overthinking an art. You know, like you can't overthink it sometimes. You can't just like, it's kind of the same as I would say doing it for clout. Like you're trying to do it for like the muses clout. You're like, trying to make, the weirdest shit possible for just the sake of trying to push.
Avant-garde.
Yeah.
Like
trying to push the envelope.
Kibris. Do you guys know Kibris? I feel like I may
That
have
sounds
talked about him on the
familiar.
pod. Yeah, and see that's the weird part is I hate like calling him out for that, but like he feels like an artist who is like trying to just push like the weirdest of the weird
He
nonsensical
probably would like
shit.
it then.
Right. And
But I bet you he feels that. I bet you like in his heart,
for
like
sure.
yeah, because he released like fucking 3 albums. Unfortunately, he has passed away, so there will never be anything else. But like, I bet you like a part of
there's
him
just
like
shitting
loved
on
He
that
that.
couldn't
guy.
be offended.
yeah, he can't be offended. He's dead.
It's true. Everyone go check out Kibris just
No, I
just
mean-
for a sec. Listen to what I mean.
His
Shout
ghost
out.
will be
Big
happy.
shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like pushing the envelope for the sake of it, like getting. I mean, his name is Kubris. That's pretty close to hubris, which what that is to some extent. Like,
So I thought you said.
yeah, me too. I was like, what? Yeah, you don't want to fucking fly too close to the sun. You know? Just for the sake of flying too close to the sun.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself, bro.
All right.
I like it hot.
Don't tell me how to be an artist, Caleb.
I mean, that's true. That is
I
true.
mean, to some extent, we do the same thing where we just make the shit that we want to make.
Yeah.
We take a bunch of influence from popular things ish.
Mm-hmm.
Popular in our world, not in fucking most people's world, you know? It's niche as
Sure.
fuck when you get into these fucking electronic genres.
Oh my
It's
god,
like
isn't it? Yeah.
You're one of 50 or some shit. Like, it's weirdly, like, small.
It's
Yeah.
a very small.
Yeah. So
Right.
when you break something like that, then, like, you're kind of just one at that point. You're just
Yeah.
yeah.
There is kind
on
of
your own.
there's almost like a beauty of just being selfish as a creative, you know? Because like,
Yeah.
of course, you wanna make art that like reaches the masses, or at least your fan base, or like at least one person can vibe with, you know?
Someone
But-
will.
Yeah, but and someone will, and it feels like the more you're just authentic to yourself, and the more you're just like, I fucking love this. I don't give a shit who does or doesn't. Like, that's when things like start happening, or like people like really connect. You know, there's like a vulnerability or something.
Right. They can sense the authenticity.
The authenticity.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good like writing for a label. It feels good having
Right.
that moment and then being like, oh, this is sick. And then being like,
These people would like this.
yeah, where's
Right.
it going
Mhm.
home
Yeah.
for this?
Right.
Oh, duh. You know, and
Right.
sending it off. And then having them rejected.
Might be too weird.
Oh,
for
I
them,
know,
but
right?
Let's find out.
That's always like might
Yeah.
be too weird.
Usually will be, everybody. Might as well try, though.
Either too weird or too similar. They're like, there's already too many Chris Lakes. Why are you making this song?
Black
Yeah.
Book is such an interesting label, like the direction.
Yeah.
like,
What label?
Black Book.
Black Book.
Black Book?
Yeah, Chris Lake's label.
Lake.
Oh, okay.
It's like the difference between like Pitch Thing, Tony Romero. It has this like insane BPM motion thing going on. It takes the track off the grid. It's
Love it.
really hard to mix if you don't know how to beat match.
Sure.
Which is pretty simple. Just you got to jog.
Right,
You know, just,
right.
like,
Yeah.
just dance it.
Sure.
You know?
Just people are scared.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
but like there's that, and then there's like the very commercial stuff. So it's kind of cool. Like you never know what a label's gonna like.
That's true.
And you might send them 3 songs, and you'd be like, oh, the first 2 are like that's it for sure. But like I'll just send them this other one because I like it. I don't feel like it's the strongest one though, and they might take that 3rd one because they're like,
Right.
you don't know what the taste is in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. And you probably like the first 2 because you've done more cool technical things in your head about them or whatever.
absolutely.
And then
Yeah.
that 3rd one is like a little less worked on, a little less refined,
But
it's perfect.
Yeah, the idea is better.
Yeah. Idea is
Always.
better. There's not as many random switch ups and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I hear that in a lot of like the like bass community. Actually, like really any electronic community, but I hear it a lot in like the bass community where I've noticed like people will just like add fills for the sake of thinking they need like a fill there and some crazy fucking new thing to like be sporadic and happen.
Right.
And like that is cool in a way, you know, but like I've been thinking a lot about like what are you like really adding to the song right there, you know? Like
Is that a selfish ad, or is that something the song needs? I think that's the question. Like,
Exactly.
Like, is it beckoning and calling for this moment?
Exactly.
Or
yeah.
Are you creating
Yeah.
that moment?
I mean,
out
it's
of, like
genre dependent.
sick.
I don't think
like-
it is. I don't think. Well, maybe
I mean,
it is. It
definitely
is to a
like,
degree.
You're not going to
Yeah.
do that in techno. Like, techno does not need a bunch
Yeah.
of change ups.
Yeah, but
You're like once every 32, a
If that.
fucking moment, and then it goes right back. Yeah, and there's a hi-hat now.
yeah.
But then you go to like shit that John makes, like a glitch hop, like super funky shit. Yeah. like,
Everything is different.
every bar
Every
is
single-
a
yeah.
fucking fill.
A lot of the time.
The whole riff
A lot of the
is
time.
a fill.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
so-
every riff is not the same riff.
Yeah.
Even though it kind of seems like it's the same.
Yeah.
But
And there
it's
there
like
is a
all a new
beauty
noise.
to that.
Sure,
For sure. Like
right.
the fact that like a human can do that, like I can't even comprehend like the amount of times I've kicked it with John and he showed me how he does this stuff. I still like I'm just like, what the fuck? You're insane.
It's just he's just refined his process over
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
14 years or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And his process is really technically fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is also what's kind of cool though. Is like
Yeah.
he does have this like insanely technical process and like super in-depth version of like what it means to be an artist. And he is still being received to some degree, like as much as like someone who just like adds a 4-chord progression in one beat for 60 seconds and releases it, you know, calls it good.
Sure.
Like it's just different approaches. And that's so sick.
I mean, yeah, I think it's a good way to, when you're starting out, whatever you're making, to like reference the heavy hitters in your lane and see how often they do like fills and stuff like that. Basically just start there. And then from there, I mean, for me, I grew up on jazz, so there's like fills constantly. So for me, it's like a feeling. It's more of like the song is happening and I'm just waiting for the song to tell me what to do. And that's how I write the song. I'm just like,
Yeah.
it needs a, okay. You know, and sometimes I don't know what it is. It just needs a moment. And I'm like, okay, just at least give it a moment and I'll come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, like once you start playing with fills and you have a structure of what is recommended, I guess, then you can start like feeling it out. Because I don't think it takes that long to kind of hear the song talk if you're working every day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Totally.
Practice makes good practice. Good practice makes perfect practice. Perfect practice makes good. Good makes better. Better makes best. Best makes perfect.
Damn.
what I
Okay.
It's the journey of art.
Yeah.
I've never heard that version before.
I haven't either, but I love that.
Did you stack that one?
It's just
You
the
just-
real one.
Oh, that's the full. That's the
real
full version.
The real one is plateau, 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 plateau,
You
plateau,
did make
plateau,
that shit
plateau,
up.
plateau.
Yes.
all the way above the clouds.
Yeah.
And you never end because that's the beauty of it.
Yeah. I mean, the greats right now are like at a level where you have to just keep grinding for 10, 15 years to get to that level.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. It's just sending it that direction.
Yep. Just send it.
I don't care how long it takes. You're going to have to die eventually, right?
Yeah, right. Like, of
Not
course,
that
there's.
I wish that on them at all.
Yeah. There's like that weird, 1 in a million that happens where they're like, I've been producing for 5 seconds and my song popped
Those
off.
yeah.
But like what it seems like, the more I'm like diving more and more into the artists who are actually doing all this, is like so many of them have said they've been doing it over 10 years, like 12 years, 14 years, 16. And it's like they're finally getting a moment where they just, it's a long haul. It's the slow burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the people who have those like quick pops, and like I feel like we've even seen less of it.
I kind of agree.
More recently,
I feel like there's just been more producers, less
It tries to
big
happen.
pops.
yeah,
Mhm.
like
People will catch a little bit.
Yeah.
Then
And
they
then
make like an
Catch.
edit,
And then
SoundCloud edit, and then like
people
that
are
shit
doing
goes
edits
viral.
like crazy right now.
And then like, you get your viral thing, and then you have nothing to back it.
Mhm.
You have no consistency. And it's like, that's why I don't make any edits, because that's not why.
I got
but
some
like,
edits to show you.
I don't want to make any edits.
No, that's fair.
I don't want that
They
big
are
pop.
they are quicksand.
Yeah.
Oh, quicksand is an interesting way to put it.
I'll say it in this mindset. We're not like trying to release our edits. Our edits
Definitely
are
not.
solely for like the gig.
Yeah.
You know,
play out.
and for like homies.
Yeah.
Which if you want any.
Yes. Well, I got that show, that big one. So
Right.
And I said
A lot of these are fucked.
it's
They're
like
fucked.
I'm only playing homies tracks and my tracks.
Let's go.
We'll just
Vortex.
give you a
Love
package.
that.
We'll
Big
just give you a
festival
package.
for the boys.
Hell yeah.
girls.
That's how it's done.
So
That's how it's done, man.
yeah, that's our mindset. It's these are only for the show. The problem is they're so easy and fun to make
They are pretty fun
that
to
you
make.
kind of just like want to just keep making them, and you're and then once you like after you make like 4 in a row, you try and make a normal song, and you're like,
fuck.
oh fuck,
I have to put a vocal here.
yeah, like I have to like think. Shit.
Right.
I have to think about like a chord
Music,
progression and like
go.
yeah,
Do the music now.
Top line.
like
right.
when it comes to an edit, I'll get like 4 bars in, and I'm like, oh, loop that. Yep. Kick drum, boom, song's done. Like I always forget. I'm like, oh wait, there's a bridge I didn't even touch. There's like a chorus I didn't even touch yet. Like this is an edit of the verse of this song.
Yeah.
Is what it really is.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. So yeah, it's quicksand because you can,
Yeah.
the more you make, the harder it is to get out.
Yeah, and a lot of it's written in like standard modal theory and like major and minor, and like you can't really.
Depends on what
You're not exploring so much. Something I found out that was pretty interesting is that like Fisher's new track, well, not his new track, his one of the more recent ones, Take It Off. Yeah, Take It Off. Slow.
Who's it with?
It's
I think I heard it on Instagram.
Yes, I think I know. Yes.
that's just written in Phrygian,
Let's go.
which is dope because it's
Yeah.
like, this isn't like the standard theory. This has some
Right.
modal stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Some really cool like ways
Is this
they
evidence of a ghost producer?
probably.
You heard it here
It's
first.
written.
Folks.
Yep. You heard it here first.
But like
Fisher has ghost producers.
yeah, it's super
Sorry.
cool 'cause, like a lot of the top line, the way that they voice everything in that track is like everything is kind of just playing its part, and it has like nice separation. Like the roots aren't always at the root. Like it's all just like spread
Arrangement.
out really nice,
Proper
like,
arrangement.
Yeah, Jacob Collier talks a lot about voicing.
Yeah.
Jacob?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know that, dude.
Dude
Yeah,
is
it is cool.
monster,
Legend.
Yeah.
a monster with theory. So like
That's fun.
digging into him is a lot of fun. But
Hell
like,
yes.
then you get the house music and you're like, all right, yep, we're just rolling on D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I also have noticed,
Everybody's boring.
at least from like the people we've kind of like had on the pod and like I've kind of worked with, is Phrygian seems to be like a thing that's kind of becoming a norm in a way or something, like, because it's fucking, of course, sick as fuck, but it is this weird.
A couple times.
Yeah.
It's just, it has a nice relationship to the 1 because it's on the 5, I think. If you start on 5, you're in Phrygian. So that would be
I can't remember.
authentic cadence or traditional cadence. That relationship 1 and 5 is
Okay.
natural, right?
Right.
Your power chord.
Right.
That's your rock and roll.
Right.
Yeah.
That's your blues. That's
1, 3, 5.
everything.
Yeah.
So just like starting there instead.
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay, so I like that you think about it as it starts on the 5th. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's sick. So
It has like this natural like longing for the home.
the natural, yeah. So I've
when
always
you do get there, you're like,
it's finally
moment. Yeah.
That's a fun way to look at it.
Yeah.
Right. The resolve is nice.
Yeah. I always imagined it as like it's like the minor scale, but the 2nd is dropped. But there is that correlation of like it is the 5th of another scale, which is such a fun way to think about it. I like
it's
that.
all theory is. It's all like patterns related to one another.
Yeah. It's just
It really is, yeah.
one
That's why it
pattern.
just repeats.
You just decide like it's like whole half, whole half, and then if you just draw that
Right.
out and you just say, okay, I'm gonna work in here.
Right.
You know, these 7.
Right.
Whatever combination I want to start with,
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so that's fucking. Oh, have you guys ever tried just picking a scale at random and not starting on the root and just writing your song that way to see what
No.
happens?
That sounds like a cool little idea.
Dude, yeah, I've been trying it lately. It feels like really like freeing in a way. Because every time like Ableton 11 introduced the like scale function, and it's like, okay, I want my song in F minor. I always started on the F, you know. But like lately, I've just been picking like any random key, except for like their weird like Eastern keys or whatever. I'm still doing
Right.
major, minor, or maybe Phrygian or like something like that, you know.
Nothing with partial tones.
Yeah. But then just starting on like if it's like an A minor scale, you start with the B, or if it's a B minor scale, you start with just like whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's been fun. I feel like I'm like a rebel and I'm breaking the rules.
Breaking the law.
Which I feel like is not the case at all, because I'm sure people have been doing this like
Just
since the 70s. But
different rules.
Yeah,
You just,
Right.
You know.
I'm breaking my own rules, which
Fuck
feels
rules,
like
dude.
freeing and
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's fun to think about starting from a different point. In a major scale, the 2 down from the 1 is where you start A minor scale.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to think that 5 going up from that would be Phrygian, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's cool.
But also just makes me think like, well, then it's all the same shit.
I was just gonna say that.
It's just where you start, basically.
But
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
tonal quality of the arrangement, like a lot of funk artists will use Mixolydian, which is just 1 step down.
Yeah.
And like it just
Oh,
gives
that sounds
it
insane.
the funk.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because it's like starting on your major 7,
Yeah.
right? So
So it's a fun
I
way to
couldn't
do
tell you.
this. This
Right.
is the trick to do.
yeah,
Take your major scale, everybody, and just make your first note and your main note any of the random notes in that scale, and then stick to the scale.
yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, I don't think about scale very much
Me neither.
anymore. I kind of think
Really?
like what's my general minor scale from this point or whatever. General minor.
General minor?
And then I'll just break that shit the whole time.
Right.
I love half steps. They're my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
That's
I don't really
Like
care.
the blue note concept, the weird in between stuff.
I don't know that one.
not like
That's just like
not
moving
like
between keys.
Yeah.
not
Like blue
the
chords are
Like
sick,
blues.
too.
Blues does that a lot.
Blues, yeah, the blue note.
right.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
what's the in between?
I got it.
Yeah,
What's the
yeah,
in
yeah.
between notes? Micromodal, is that what that's
Oh,
called?
microtonal.
Microtonal. None
Yeah.
of that. But
Yeah, partial tones.
Right.
That's what I
on
call 'em.
yeah, on my quest to find like the rave vibe, like the vibe of like the early 90s, like
what an epic sick quest. I love
Rave
that you're
hits.
The quest
doing that.
Yeah,
Is it
like
side quest or a
find
main
that.
quest?
this is a main quest.
Pretty main quest for
main
Caleb,
quest.
yeah.
This is
It's a
fucking-
chapter.
You heard
Yeah.
his songs earlier. He showed
Yeah.
you. There was a
Yeah.
lot of that.
Yeah, lots of
It's doing it.
rave. Trying to capture like that essence of it, not just the sounds, but like what they're like. Yeah, like the notes and like the overall patterns they're using. Like, and a lot of it is just like semitone shit.
Yeah.
that shouldn't really fucking work, but because it's looped, it just fucking is an
Right.
earworm, and it just does not go away. And my favorite at it is Thomas Bangalter from Daft Punk. He had some solo shit that came out on Revolver, I think it's called, back in the early mid 90s, and it's all just the best rave shit ever made, and it's all just like
Oh, is that the
semitones,
stuff
just
you-
like 1 up, 1 down, and then 3 up, and that's just it. Just
Yeah.
sits there and repeats, and it's just a good sound, and the vibe is just grimy and needs strobe lights, and you're good.
Yep.
I fucking love it.
Is that the stuff you
Simple
played on the
stuff.
podcast that one night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That okay.
Yeah, that shit's fucking wonderful, and I
Yeah.
love that vibe because it's melancholy in a way that normal music isn't. Like, it's not. It has less to do with like feelings that you can have. It's more of just like setting a place for everybody just to exist.
That's
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's not like any other kind of tunes.
Yeah.
So I've been
That's
on
nice.
that quest, and that seems to be the vibe. Is
Yeah.
semitones and fuck chords and scales.
I love semitones. Also,
Yeah.
just
Just with
it's
your
kind of
ears.
like you're just giving them a drum beat. A drum beat.
yeah, a drum beat.
You know?
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
it's a dance floor music. It's
Yeah,
club
yeah,
music.
it's
It's
club music.
fucking
Mm-hmm.
like
Tonal
you
pattern.
can just do one note and a drum beat and it will work.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah. Yeah.
If the tension and releases
That's it.
Yeah.
good enough, it doesn't really matter.
And if it gets the crowd going or your audience going, like fucking
Right.
Or put them into a fucking daze.
yeah, that's a
Like,
fun one.
That
That's a fun one.
works.
Yeah. That's why I love putting my arpeggiators on random and then just
Chop that shit.
printing it out and then just finding 3 or 4 notes in a loop that like don't make sense but do. Ship
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
Ship it.
That works really good.
Ship
Yeah.
it, baby.
A lot of something that I've been doing that you guys put me on to is using, I think it was you guys, was Infiltrator. Is that you guys?
Infiltrator.
Devious
That sounds like no.
Inflator?
Infiltrator, Devious
Infiltrator.
Machines. It is a total randomness. Like,
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
it is the mud pie machine.
Oh. Oh.
I'm
Mud
surprised.
Pie Machine.
Dude, you guys are gonna
That's
love
actually
this.
a track
Let's
right there,
go.
though.
It is
Mud Pie Machine is a track.
We are
Mud
the
Pie
Mud Pie
Machine.
Machine.
Yeah,
Mud
right?
Pie Machine.
Sounds like garage already.
I think this sounds familiar. I think John was telling me about this a little bit. One of our buddies.
Oh, it's a monster.
I'd have to see it.
It is an absolute monster. And
Where's the mouse?
it comes with
Devious
like
machines.
a ton of people who've already created presets. There's a mode called Destruction, and they just have these destruction like presets. That'll
Okay.
be like, you know, use of filters and delays and pitch variation, and you can kind of see like it has all these different 1 to 10 there or whatever. And those are all different like patterns that you can create and like different effects that you can apply, and then you can apply those effects in patterns,
Yep.
which
Yep.
is super sick.
Oh, okay.
That sounds super
So
cool.
you've been playing with this a bunch?
Oh my gosh, yeah, because it just does the randomness for me, and I'll do something like, well, I'll just have like one note, do,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
and then I'll just throw it through because I
Right,
like the tonal
exactly.
quality of the sound that I've designed, and then I'm like, all
Totally.
right, but what can I make it do to give it some variation?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
That's fucking cool, man. That's
badass
cool.
little tool.
Stack, sequence, and modulate up to 10 different effects at once.
Yes.
Analog
Yeah.
model
We were in
filters.
Brighton Bridge. It's Britain, bitch.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, that
Yeah,
sounds sick.
it's like their version of like a biome kind of thing.
Time
Got a bunch of stuff you can like modulate together.
Yep.
Is it? Okay, I've never
It's a-
used biomes.
Yeah, it's basically a stackable effects
Yeah.
plugin.
Like effect tricks, but
Oh, okay.
a little bit different
Yeah.
because it has like the
It's
shape of
centered
box.
around the modulation for sure.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Destruction. See, they're highlighting it.
Yeah.
Sci-fi.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, it's so cool, especially with like vocals. Like, you get some weird vocals.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Right. That's like a
Hell yeah.
manipulator by Infected Mushroom. This shit's super fun.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, manipulator. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you were telling me about that.
I mean, it kind of makes you sound like Infected Mushroom, but it's pretty cool.
Right. Right.
Good
Yeah.
time.
That's cool, man. It's always fun when you just find a plugin, and you're like, oh, this is a fun new way. I haven't like really like done things,
Yeah.
or even if you have, like, it's just like maybe a little bit like tighter or something like that, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna play around with this for a little bit and see what happens.
Yeah, because I typically would do like random LFOs on top of like stock stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, even doing like throwing in like granulator 2 and throwing the sample through it, and then like automating with LFOs the band, which it like
Yeah.
creates the samples, and
Totally.
making all these weird noises.
Right.
And then it kind of feels like, okay, I'm just doing the same thing. I need something different,
Right.
to,
Exactly.
you know, spice it up. And then like doing something like this and riff together, and it's like
Yeah.
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 You
With
just get-
rift and
that
shit.
spice.
Salt Bay.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
yeah. Saucy.
Yeah, man. That's sick. That's
Fun
sick.
little trick.
Yes.
So
You have to keep fucking changing it up.
Gotta.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like at this point, my musical curves are always like, I want to fuck with this thing for a while. And then once I've kind of figured it out in a way, there's a few songs. And then I go another direction.
Right.
And it's like,
Right.
let me fuck with this now. And then there's a few songs. Then,
Right.
you know, it's one thing after the next. You just keep
Shit
going.
gets stale, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right. And plus, then you have like,
It's like eating PBJ for every day.
right.
At some point, like as good as that shit is, it's like.
But it is fun to have like 3 songs that kind of like go together in a sense.
True.
They can kind of like sit together nicely in a mix live. We just kind of fun.
Yeah.
Get a little mini era.
Yeah. It's kind of neat.
Yeah. The consistency of sound in some way.
Right. Because like in
Yeah.
electronic music, you're much more telling a story through the set as opposed to like with folk music.
The
you're-
individual song.
Yeah, you're telling a story per song.
Yeah.
You know. So
Do you do that when you mix live? You like tell a little story?
it depends. That's.
I mean, we haven't played that many
right.
times.
That's the
We're getting there.
That's
me,
the
it's
DJ vibe of it. Is you're like one half telling some sort of story through whatever you're trying to select as a selector, and then the other
Selector.
half is
Yes.
cooking the room. You know, like what do people want to hear,
Sure.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that is, if I wasn't a producer, that's DJing. But as a producer, like I'll plan a sick set if I want to. Like I don't really give a fuck. But
That's
True.
yeah,
I'm like, I
don't really
don't
give a
don't
fuck.
cook the room because I don't give a fuck about it.
Oh shit! Let's go.
right. We're here. We're here to fucking book it right now.
I just like to like. You like this shit? No, I do.
Yes, my man.
Right.
You know, how about this one? You like that? That's a little better. All right.
Yeah.
You know, how about some drum and bass? You don't like that? The room's empty now. I'm still here.
I'm still here. I'm having fun.
I
at
still
least.
have access
having
to
a
the
blast.
speakers.
That's
Yeah.
good to
Weird.
hear that, Rain. I love hearing that because I feel like I've never played live. I haven't yet, but I feel like when I do it, I'm gonna be along the lines of that. You know,
Yeah, play what you want.
play what you want.
And like, the
I might
thing
empty
is,
some rooms, but
Fuck it. You know, like those people aren't for you. Like,
exactly.
who the hell cares? Like, if you play stuff to make people happy, that's nice. But like, you should be making yourself happy. And if you're playing what you enjoy and you're really enjoying it, the people who are sticking around, watching you enjoying it, and also enjoying it with you, those are your fans.
Right.
You know, like,
Fuck yeah,
why
dude.
like go against that You know, that doesn't build anything for you.
Yeah.
Like,
and then it's back to like the authenticity thing we were talking about, where it's like, why are you even up there if you're just trying to be like a puppet for the fucking audience? Like, they're here to see the artist do sick artist shit. They're gonna follow you where you go.
If they're there to see an artist, if they're there to see a DJ, they're gonna be annoyed.
Oh, good point. Good point. Okay.
I hope they don't like me.
They're different things.
Yeah, depending on. I would like to convince the people that are
correct
trying to see a DJ that the shit's
they
fire,
actually want to
though.
see
like,
us.
You're gonna want to listen to it anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna want to stick around.
Sorry.
Well, that's the cool thing about like our niche sound, right? Like we all have our niche sound. When you do play that stuff, and then you do connect with somebody, someone's like, "I've never heard that Lubelski edit before, and it's so sick." You know, you're like, "Wow, I've been running that one for a long time."
Say Lebowski.
Lubelski. He's coming out here.
I do want to make a Lebowski edit. That'd be nice.
The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
But you know, like, just like you play sounds that people have never heard before, and they're like, "Whoa, that's so cool!" And now you've just like opened someone's mind to your niche. You're not only helping
that's the real shit
yourself, you're like expanding the genre. You're a pioneer.
You're expanding that person's listening ability.
Fuck yeah, you are. Fuck yeah.
That's pretty cool.
If you can play a set that night and like completely change someone's perspective on music or understanding, like
that's
you
massive.
fucking nailed it that night. Oh my god.
Absolutely. I think that's what it should be about. Like you're doing this because you love it and you want to hear the stuff that you're playing because these are the songs that you like, and then you know someone will connect with it, hopefully, and they'll come back.
Right,
always
eventually.
So somebody always connects, dude.
Yeah, when you play the fucking edit, the reason why everybody goes crazy is because they recognize the song. Mm-hmm. But at some point, someone had to make the fucking song.
Yeah.
That people go crazy for. So why not shoot for that thing?
Yeah.
And not just like fucking riding some other motherfucker's coattails.
Correct. Correct.
We just do our own thing, maybe.
Right.
Can we just get more artists doing their own fucking thing?
Oh, please.
Like,
that'd be pretty
that
dope.
Is it.
There's a ton of them, though. Come on.
There are.
So many people.
They're just all under
you're totally
logs
right.
and in the moss.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like mainly like frat dudes are making edits, you know, trying to be cool and shit, you know. Like my buddy, he's like, I'm gonna make he's like, I'm gonna make a Pharrell blurred lines edit. And I was like,
What kind of edit is it gonna be, buddy?
it's like a minimal house
Gabber.
edit he's going for. Gabber.
It's using Spice Loops.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, and that's cool. Like, that's what you want to do it, you know, and like, because that resonates with you, you know.
Right.
Exactly.
That's all I want. It's like, if it feels true to you, then do it. But like,
exactly.
that's not me. So.
Right?
I don't think that's any of us.
Yeah, no, not quite.
Bloodlines minimal edit.
I wish I had a little bit more of that in me, like, because there's some artists like I do look up to, and I'm like, they're kind of in a pop territory, and I'm like, I wish I could just fucking commit to that as much as you do, because I don't want to say it would be easier by any means, but like, I feel like I'm in this like fucking. It's not right.
No,
it's not. I guess it's all.
It's a bigger fucking pond.
It's a bigger pond that you're trying to plow through, right?
Yeah. Like try and get popular in a niche industry, not as hard as getting popular in the most popular shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of money getting thrown around in those areas.
Mm-hmm. I think it's easier to get popular in a niche, like really niche thing though, than to like, or I guess like if we're talking about like a sustainability and like making money from all these things, if you're trying to like actually get like a big audience, it's much actually okay, no, I'm bailing on my statements as I think about it. It's all fucked. It's all it's all hard. I guess it doesn't matter your approach.
I think about like doing the niche thing is like you can develop unique fans who, you know, maybe
give
have
a fuck
1,000 people who like really ride with you.
Right.
They're like, oh, this guy's dope, you know? And like I think about it from like an Instagram perspective, right? You've got 2,000 people who rock with you. They're gonna put $20 in your pocket a month. You're doing all right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 3 million people who just don't even like your post because like you're popular. Like everyone
Right.
knows who you are.
Right.
Why would I give you my support? You got support, and that's the general public's mentality. That
Sure.
You start
Especially
to see,
these days, people understand that shit more now.
Yeah, and you start to see
Yeah.
these influencers. You try
Look,
and-
we would know, guys.
Yeah.
We
Go ahead
would
and,
know. The people, there's just
hit that sub
It's
button.
coming all the time. All the time. We're struggling though. We keep sending.
I think everyone is right now. Like,
Yeah.
this shit's not easy. This financial situation
Dude,
we're
it's
in right
not.
now is not easy.
Right.
Nope.
This economy,
And then
going out to eat.
this
you're
economy.
going out to eat. You're fucking crazy.
No cap, dude. On God.
And then on top of
God.
it, like, do you guys ever feel this too? Like, there's like a weird social media pressure now as an artist.
I mean, it's like written into
Yeah.
the
I don't
way
feel it.
that labels
Let's go, Dave.
and management are like taking you on. They're like, okay, you want to be managed by us? Cool. Can you make 3 TikToks a day?
Yeah, yeah.
And that is it's the most ineffective thing in the music industry I think that we've seen yet is like TikTok artists. Like,
Yeah.
name one. Go ahead.
Chat, name one. Try.
Got
Chat
one?
might know. Chat
Chat
might
might
know.
There's a guy in
Yeah.
the UK. I just can't remember his name.
So, but here's the thing: you
can.
can bring up like a popular
God.
TikTok artist, but like
Uh,
none of them, I feel like, have actually made.
DJ Khaled?
No, he's not a TikTok artist.
No, but now he's a golfer and he's killing
He's
it.
hilarious. I
Dude,
actually
he
did
is
make
hilarious.
a DJ Khaled edit.
Let's go.
Good, big
Oh.
I took that like bring out the lobster. Bring
Nice.
out the whole ocean.
Yeah.
You know, he's like calling out the drums that I'm
Yeah,
bringing in.
yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's just for fun.
I want to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's actually one person who I know who actually has done really well on TikTok. Her name is Jax. We dated when I was like 14. And she's
Shout out, Jax.
she's
Shout out
awesome.
Jax.
She's so cool. She's talking about body image and like
Oh, cool.
teaching kids to just like be yourself.
Oh, shout
Yeah,
out
that's cool.
Jax
Shout out
then.
Jax, yeah.
Everyone go check out Jax.
Um,
Is she still doing that? Do you know?
yeah, man. She's like doing like main stage kind of pop shows.
Oh, okay.
Like Kiss FM, like all
Oh,
those
shit.
iHeartRadio,
Right,
that
right.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
She had a big break because of it, and you know that's really cool. Is like affecting the youth because that lasts.
Right.
That's another thing. It's like our target audience is like a lot of them could be dead next year. You know, like they're not like old people, but like
Yeah.
we were talking about death earlier. Like accidents happen. Like we're in
Yeah.
a drug culture. You know,
Overdoses are a thing.
that's hugely prevalent. Like opioid crisis is terrible.
Yeah.
You know, and so
Oh, that is crazy to think about.
a lot of these people can be dead.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
fans that you're grabbing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Menthol cigarettes.
big issue in New York.
Yeah.
It's a big issue in the electronic universe, guys.
Serious falafel issue going on. out
There
there.
are a shortage of falafel. That is also true.
Yeah.
There's a big shortage of late night skewer spots.
You know what's popping
Got
up
it.
on TikTok is always 400. You know what I'm saying?
You got that
Dude,
TikTok on?
DJ Diesel follows us.
No,
That's true.
Awesome.
It's true.
Isn't that ridiculous?
That's awesome.
And-
Shout out Shaq, dude.
You should send D's. You
And
you gotta
LS
send him-
Dream.
He'll play your music. All you gotta do is send it to him. He'll
True.
listen to it.
I don't know if he
True.
would.
No, he'll listen to it. 100%.
He'll listen,
He
which would be
listens to
sick.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he likes it, he likes it. That's
I don't
what
feel
it
like I'm
is.
like-
And then he'll play it if he likes it.
That's true. Maybe I should just send it. Fuck it.
Why not?
Send him a
He
weird one.
constantly
I think that's
says
the most important question in
people
the
send me
world.
music, send me music, send me music.
I've seen those clips, but every time I see it, I'm like, well, you're doing like super heavy rhythm stuff. Like my stuff's like heavy, but not in that way.
He's
like, I
also
don't think you fuck
rapping.
with it.
Color stuff, right?
You don't know what he's doing, bro.
I wouldn't consider
Right.
it color, but I see a lot of people have
Like
told
the
me
leads or-
that it's that shit. Yeah.
It's close to home.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah.
I like your music. I think it's very, like it blows my mind.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
I don't know
that.
how he did any of that, but it sounds sick. And the cover art.
It's literally just him in
Let's
the
go, bro.
bathroom with a microphone, bro.
Right.
It's just he's just
On taco night, just
yeah, he's letting them go. Got
Well-
that one in early.
Folks,
I appreciate that though, buddy.
with that beautiful segue, that leads us to our final segment of the show.
Oh,
That's already now.
yeah.
We reached an hour.
Wow, that was crazy.
I know.
Lightning
Doesn't
round.
it fucking fly by?
Did we even talk about music?
The whole time.
A little bit. Austin, do you have any contributions?
Yeah.
Contributions? I don't think that's.
I had one I was making and I totally forgot what it was, so ignore those little lines down there.
All right, we'll start with this first one that I already like out of the gate, folks.
Oh, wait, did we do this with you last time? Did we? I don't think we had our lightning round. Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask a question.
Okay.
You're gonna answer from your gut.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong answer.
Yeah.
Rapid fire
if it's
lightning
a favorite, it's like whatever. Just say whatever.
Typically keep it short, but if you want to go in depth,
we can
we've
expand.
totally gone way too far on questions before, so.
Sure.
Folks in chat, you can also join.
Yes, please join in, Chad.
First question.
Did she say Chad?
Yeah. First question, ready, go.
Chad.
Long kicks or short kicks? David, start.
Short.
Short?
Depends.
Nice.
Oh. If you had to pick
But
one.
you have to pick
How's
one.
my baseline?
Yeah.
If you had
Short
one.
kicks.
If you had one that you used all the time, which would it be? A shorter?
kick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I probably want to go with like a 10-second kick, typically, you know?
Right.
808.
Classic move.
How much of that is transient?
Riding at 20 BPM.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. It's just,
It's just a sub drop.
It's a sub drop.
yeah. Actually, he does like those.
I do.
Is that your actual answer?
No, short kicks. All
Okay.
day.
Yeah.
Like a 16th no kick is my shit lately.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like somewhere
Yeah,
between,
exactly.
I like somewhere between 300 and 400 millis is usually
Mm.
somewhere in that range.
Oh,
I could
look
go
at you.
200, but that's just because that's how I look at it in kick too. So that's like how long I
You're building your kicks.
how long I judge it by.
Yep.
Weirdest key you've worked in.
Oh.
Austin, go.
Weirdest key.
I don't
Yeah.
remember the exact name, but
You can-
Ableton has default scales,
Any
and
answers,
there's a
whatever.
lot of Eastern scales in there. One of them
Oh,
is
nice.
like blah 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 blah, some blah blah. You know, that one's a
Nice.
good one.
Nice.
Yeah. Hope I didn't offend anyone with that, but
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
yes, that's a good one. Yes minor
You
or
can
yes
do
major.
You can do a skip if you're not necessarily ready, and then I'll answer, and then it'll come back to you.
The answer is going to be the same. They're all weird, right?
They're all kind of just weird. Hey.
Moto
That's an
theory.
accident. I'm just
The
high.
crowd is
I'm just
here.
high.
Mine is basically what I did with this most recent track. It's in B. It's in low B.
Oh, you did B0.
weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
B0.
Hold on, we actually need to talk about that for like 30 seconds.
B0.
Caleb broke the rules of sub bass and made a track in B0.
Yeah, I mean, if you distort it,
destroy the comment section with that.
if
I
you
wanna hear
distort it,
Yeah, saturation is cool.
there's plenty of harmonics.
I love
reaching
it.
Up, so
I
it's
love
just-
it.
It just sounds like really thin but heavy weight.
Yeah.
It's like sitting
It
right
is
there,
thin and
then
heavy.
and
It
then yeah,
is. That's
and
the
then
best
you go
way to
up a
describe it.
fifth,
It's so weird.
Or you go up to a ninth and play,
Thin
and
and
everybody's like,
heavy.
"Oh, it's all high and fucking in your chest," and
I'm
then you
thin
can
and
drop it.
heavy.
You will not hear it until you're in the club.
Yeah.
And then
Great.
you'll hear it.
Oh yeah, you're on some
well,
functions.
no, you won't hear it. You'll feel it.
What is
You
that
feel
hertz? Is that this got to be like 28 hertz?
Yeah,
like
it's
I
really
think it's
low.
lower.
barely. Is it lower
It's
even?
just-
No, it's somewhere
Oh
in the
my
20s.
The speaker,
God.
it's just a
26.
fan, basically, at
Yeah.
that point.
I-
It's just
I forgot to. I forgot to high
Air
pass.
pressure, yeah.
yeah,
yeah, exactly.
which is sick.
I forgot to high pass one of the subs, so it was playing like 28, and then the one below that, which is like 3, and I put it in the garage, and in the
It's like
moment
12 or
I
something.
hit play, the sub box was just like. It started rattling, and I was like, and I didn't even have it that loud. I was like, oh shit. I forgot. I need to go back into the studio and high pass that. I fucking forgot. That goes way lower.
That would actually that'd be kind of a funny troll to just do on like you're playing like a room somewhere and you
if it's-
just you make it so low it just literally like shakes
Yeah,
the speakers for a sec or something.
If you have it at low enough volume or amplitude, it's really, it's not going to hurt anything.
yeah.
It's just everybody's going to be, why is my inside soup? Just, but you got to be easy on it. But yeah, so that's the most recent like weird key that I've done. And I don't know what key it's in. I think it's like a minor ninth. with like a sixth. I think
That's the key.
I think
That's the key.
yeah, whatever
Yeah.
it is, I don't know.
A fun
B minor
move
9.
in the idea of what you're saying with the low.
The low
That
shit's fun.
low being in there, that's not even anything. If you do like let's say you do A,
Mm-hmm.
A, and you add your harmonics and you distort it, and then you bring it down and you use the second harmonic as your fundamental, and you cut off the bottom.
Oh,
now you
what?
have
Yeah,
you
it
have a
sounds
very
weird.
different sub vibe.
Right.
That's cool.
Oh my god.
happening there.
Okay,
Tonally,
that's
it
right.
sounds all
I forgot we were
weird
talking
It's
about that.
fucked up, yeah.
That's almost identical to what we were talking about. Is like, so the harmonic series is based off of almost a scale in a way.
Right.
So if you're taking the second harmonic and making that your root note of a scale, are we almost changing it to like a weird like Phrygian or Mixolydian?
It is
or,
a little bit like
Right.
that.
Right.
so it'd
exactly.
be modal
That's-
shift.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never
correct.
fucking thought about that. That's insane.
Yeah, that shit's fun as hell.
That's
it makes it
clever.
thick.
That is.
You can do a simple way of reaching similar tones is if you have a way of folding your wave, not necessarily with distortion, but in the oscillator itself. Bitwig has a oscillator that you can use that with. I don't know if Ableton has a native one. I don't
think
know
it
if-
does. A wave folder? What is the difference
Yeah, a
between
wave
folding and
folder.
shaping? Like like M wave shaper versus
You're-
M wave folder?
Well, that's not like that's a distortion folding, and that's not what I'm like
Yeah, that's-
Okay.
necessarily talking about.
Linear
In,
folding.
in that sense, yeah, you're shaping the positive and negative axes of the wave
In shaper.
in folder.
In
you're,
folder.
You're affecting them either the same or one at a time, folding the wave back in on itself in different algorithms.
Okay.
So once it hits null, it wraps back around.
That's wild.
But folding in the oscillator itself folds it almost like in a mirror in Serum. When you put a mirror on there and it does like the symmetry thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but it's not
Or like a
mirrored. I don't know exactly what it does, but it does beautiful things on a sub. It just thickens a boy up immediately. Like you need like 5%. Here, I'll bring it up right now. And we'll
That's
do it
amazing.
quick.
There's our homework for the week. First time we've given ourselves homework is like, what is that actually doing?
A folder.
Yeah, because you're talking about
It
the.
contains other files.
Yeah. You put papers in it.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it,
Yeah.
motherfuckers!
Hang on here, folks.
So you're talking about like in Serum, there's like the bend plus minus PWM
It is
Mirror
containing
mode.
Yeah,
information.
it's
isn't it?
kind of like that.
containing
No,
information.
not
It is
exactly.
kind of.
It
It's
is
a folder.
kinda containing information. It's a folder.
Amazing.
Because you're saying it like exceeds and then it bends back in on itself. Right? So it's like a constraint of some sort. Wouldn't it be? It's containing information.
Exactly. Dude, that might actually be how they got
Alright.
the name then.
Linguistic.
So here, let me just pull up this preset I
Words
have.
are sick.
Words, dude.
Words are so sick.
Shout out words.
Yeah. Shout out words.
Let me turn SonarWorks off. We'll turn this down a little bit.
I gotta grab this.
SonarWorks? Oh, Bitwig.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm so tempted more and more. Every day I do this, or every week I do this podcast with these guys. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
All right,
it's
can
just
everybody hear that?
Intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Ableton guys.
The stream can't
Isn't
too.
that how it happened? Ableton
Yeah.
guys are like, this is dumb. Let's fix it.
Exactly.
Right,
That's
right.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
So here,
If you like Ableton, you will fucking probably love Bitwig.
this is my oscillator right here. So you can see this little fold, what it's
Yeah.
doing to the wave right there.
It's
Mhm.
containing information.
So that right there is just thickening it up. Let's throw
It's like folding an omelet.
The omelet folder.
you just see it level out those harmonics. You can just immediately have a thick ass boy.
Oh, do you have just a sine wave going in?
No, this is a triangle, but we can replace it with a sine. I'll do something like, something like this just to thicken it up to make that second harmonic. But what's fun is you can skew on this too, so I can basically make it a saw.
Dude, skew on that bitch, Caleb. Send it.
It kind of reminds me of the Make Noise Zero Ghost. You've seen that tool?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so sick.
It's are you talking about a VST version?
No, I've got the
okay.
one. I can bring it over sometime, but
that'd be sick.
We might have
I don't know
one.
what that is.
You can
we have one here?
blend waves, which is super sick. Someone has a Make Noise sticker on their car. So I pulled up and I was like, oh yeah.
Let's go.
Producer.
Let's go. Actually, dude, that might be AC. Yeah, because he's all into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Analog world.
There is a Make Noise downstairs. Something.
Like, look how thick you
They
can
have
make
quite a
the harmonics.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Like, that's fat. That's
Yeah.
a fat boy.
Right.
Like, maybe
is
just
insane.
tame him down a little bit.
Top of the dome. Is that Frisian? Is that minor?
I don't know. Let's see.
You can find out. You just have to
Right.
find out.
It's a C, then an octave,
1 through 5 probably.
then a G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then a C
115.
The G would be the
One.
fifth. So
and then another,
Yeah.
and then an E.
if you said
Oh, and then the
root,
3.
So there's 3 C's, a G, and an E.
So yeah,
115
Oh,
1.
Yep. It's a major
Yeah.
note.
Have you? That's
if you
so
set
weird.
the root at
Fuck.
G, it would be Phrygian.
Then it would be Frisian. Okay. That's crazy. Can you? Okay. So
Like if you treated it as one, then yeah,
right.
yeah. But technically,
Cool stuff.
So I feel like in have
Cool
you
stuff.
have you guys like used the
Yes.
Serum Wavetable editor? So that's kind of just like defaulted on a harmonic scale, right? Like you can't like make that Frisian, right?
No, like
or
the-
can you?
the theory of Phrygian would be like it's the relationship setting what you're treating, bless you, as the one, right?
Thank you.
Like, because a note can't be Phrygian, but the scale can be Phrygian. A chord can't be Phrygian, but it
Can the
can
chord not be Frisian? Like if you
No,
just did like a
You can-
1
you got,
2
like-
5,
You got
it
like
might
a
sound weird,
minor
but
chord and a major chord, and then you have diminished chords and augmented chords, and then tritone chords. Tritone theory is crazy because you can actually like stack tritones on top of each other, and then they create chords.
oh, I don't
a
know what
whole-
that is. That's
a whole
sick.
nutty thing. But then like
Yeah.
the modal theory is like, where am I? It's like, where do I call one, and then like how does that relate to like the actual root of the chord or the scale? Because I'm saying, okay, I'm writing in, minor, which is yada yada, and then I'm saying or major, and then on the fifth, I'm going to actually call that one. But
I see. Okay, so
I
that
know that these notes exist in this order.
yeah.
Right.
Okay, that explains
Kind of tells you where to
what
resolve.
you've been talking about tonight.
almost.
Okay.
Yeah. Modal theory is really cool, and I would totally suggest checking it out, especially in the bass scene. I think like the third one, I forget what it's called, is like has a really nice relationship because of like the half step nature of it. It gives it this creepy kind of feel.
Interesting.
Shout out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Modal
go.
theory.
That
Modal
makes so
theory.
much more sense now.
Modal. Yes.
I guess the answer to this question for me would be like is that I've written a song in F minor, and at the end I change it to F major
Fun.
and then back to minor, but the way that I do it is through superimposing keys on top of each other and borrowing and stacking through an arpeggiation on the piano
Okay.
to return to a major, which makes it feel like this whole time you're like, oh, this is so sad. And then it's like, there's an optimistic little bit here, and
sneaking
it's like,
in.
and we can feel good. And that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
Dude,
fun.
Rain, fucking teach us the ways. Okay, next podcast.
Collier,
When you
Tom.
come back on, it's fucking dedicated to teach us that. Yeah, the theory side of things.
Sick. Yeah, I can bring some like talking points next time.
Yeah, I would love that. Because I feel like I understand What was that?
I'll come back as Rain and we can talk about theory.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go. There
Wear
we go.
tie.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I'll wear a bow tie.
Let's go.
I'll tie it myself.
Hilarious.
What if we all get bow ties that night?
We'll bring in a whiteboard.
Not a bad idea.
Well,
Right.
we're moving on here.
Okay. That was a long lightning
Yeah,
round
I don't
question.
know
Oh my
what
God.
key. I don't. I play normal keys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
And then
mean,
I just
Minor,
break it.
major.
just whatever. Yeah,
Just call
me
it.
too. It's just whatever happens, whatever my ears want.
Word. It's fair.
Quality over quantity. Quality. I will answer.
Quality
First.
or quantity.
Yeah, quality or quantity.
I'm going last.
Quality.
Word.
Quality. I mean, you have to get quantity. You have to do quantity to get
you have to do
quality.
That's how.
But
quality. Yeah.
quality.
I'm
Quills.
I always would pick quality, but like
You need
to that
quantity.
point, like
yeah.
Exactly.
if
Thank you for saying that.
If you do something good every day, right? Actually, fuck that. We're a brand new producer. We're making a trash track every day, and then we get a good one.
Yeah.
And then and then that, as time happens, the frequency of you getting that good one happens more frequently, and then you become a good producer. And then
Love this.
we scale. We're going back
Right.
to the
Love
plateaus.
this.
Right. Then you're a good producer who makes good stuff every time he opens the box, and then you get a great one, and then like you become a great producer, and then you get an excellent one, the
Yeah.
hot one, and then it's just about sitting down and you're making quality every time,
Right.
I think that goes back to discipline.
Yeah.
It's becoming that
standards.
Michelin star chef.
Yes.
Having
Exactly.
your
Your kitchen.
standards.
Waking up at a specific
Yeah.
time every day, going to the gym for your first 2 hours of the day.
Making a delicious meal.
Yep. That
Okay.
dude.
Next question.
Let's go. Let's go.
Small dark rooms to DJ in or giant over the top stage?
OTT stage.
OTT stage. Let's go.
I was like, where's the OTT? I saw it.
I'm gonna go
Gi-
against the grain here and just go big stage.
Dave.
I'm gonna say big stage too because I haven't played a big stage.
Wow. Let's go.
Although I really do like dark rooms.
Yep. I know you do.
Indeed.
What do you think? Homie?
I'm gonna play your guys' music on a big stage, so maybe we'll experience it all together.
Yeah, I'd like to hear how it sounds on a big rig.
I'm
That would
sure
be so
your
much
guys'
fun.
music will sound excellent on, probably better than my music on those speakers.
Well,
so
we'll see about
whatever.
that.
So one day
you
we
guys
can
are
have a sesh with
real
all of
nerds.
us just throwing our whips at the stage.
yeah,
One day we'll be rich enough just to
Yeah.
have a club we can walk downstairs to.
Yeah.
We're like,
Yeah.
It's Whip Wednesday. Everybody bring your beer, bring a bunch of weed. It's the boys only. We're pulling the couches out onto the middle of the floor.
Yep.
And we're all just gonna
We're just vibing.
Yeah.
The,
play whips.
the noisy album cover, but we're
Right.
in chairs like that.
Right.
That one other.
We will be designing kicks on the speakers after everybody's
Yeah.
had their share of their tunes.
And then everyone's like, "Yes, let's go." They're more pumped for that than hearing the
Yeah,
songs.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
This week, sub bass. We will be making some subs on these. Subs?
So, next one. Your favorite niche artist. I don't want a why. I just want the artist.
Favorite niche artist.
Keep this one short. Can I go first?
Sure.
I brought him up earlier. Kybris.
Kybris. Rest in peace.
He, dude. I want everyone to listen to that dude because he. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Keep it short.
Keep it short.
guilty.
He's so weird. He's so weird.
Yeah, I mean,
All.
I've got I think Joanna Newsom is her name.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Oh, who's that?
Plays the harp.
Nice.
Nice.
Harp artist.
I
I actually changed mine to Michael Jackson.
it's not niche.
No one really knows
of
who
pop.
that is, but
It's a genre. in
Short
of
answers
itself.
only. Come on.
sorry.
I'll go with the Cake Fool Vins boys.
Oh, that
Those
was
are-
such a good one.
Those are my favorite niche. If you don't know them,
Shout out Keg Fool. Keg 1, Keg Fool Vins.
Yeah.
Burt Cope.
Bird Cope. Yeah, all those.
It
boys
is
out there.
difficult. It's fucking difficult.
Yeah.
Who was your first instinct? It doesn't have to actually be your favorite, but
probably Jacob, because it's just like there's no one who writes like him.
Collier.
Yeah, Jacob Collier. You can just like stack chords. And
yeah, that dude's fucked.
He's got a brain on him. He's
Yeah.
5 head.
I think that's just like favorite out
warhead?
of like admiration.
Warhead.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'd long so badly to understand in the way that he understands. And so I watch a video every month to how much more can I absorb? Same video.
Right.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Theory.
I don't hear a lot of people talk about promoting theory as like it makes me like feel that emotion or makes me see that. Like I hear a lot of people say
It's math.
theory takes you out of that, but it seems like the way you're describing it's like, oh, you figured out like how to use the tool to make like whatever emotion you want to be conveyed through harmonics or whatever.
Yeah, he
That's
just talks about it just like distance from home. Like I can take you far from home, and then I can bring you back home again. And if I do it this way, it'll make it feel like the sun just came out. But if I do it this way, it'll make it feel like the sun's like going down. You know?
Oh, crazy.
He's very artistic in his approach. But yeah, even in that same respect, like Polyphia.
Yeah,
You know,
huge.
like Animals Against Leaders.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about time, and like Periphery, like none of these are EDM artists, which is sick.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I just said niche. So
Yeah.
okay. Last one. Chords or stabs?
Are they kind of the same?
No,
Are you
like I'm saying, instead of like
Long versus short chords.
Legato versus staccato.
yeah,
Okay.
yes, but more specifically like stabs.
Stabs versus pads.
Yeah, kind of.
So like bass
but
stab versus chord pad?
no,
I don't think it's either.
literally chords or stabs.
Oh, the chords are the stabs. Okay, so legato like excision long bass versus a chord stab.
No,
Maybe.
like
Do you like piano house?
if you're listening to like jazz, do you want a guy to be like "Vlah, vlah, vlah," or do you want a guy to be like that?
Yeah. Long versus short.
But
Yes.
Oh.
That's
all
like
still
legato staccato.
the same instrument.
Okay. I see.
Can I say no?
The vibe of it.
Yes.
You can't say no if you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
I'm gonna
me.
say
You
no,
can say
'cause,
no.
like, I like bass and noises.
Yeah.
Like not even
Long
stabs,
and
but
short.
Just like
Okay.
noises.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That
I don't
eliminates a lot.
I don't use chords, which is crazy. I'm talking so much about theory. I don't use chords.
I
don't
know.
use
What
pads.
the fuck?
I don't use
Sure.
a single pad in my songs.
Crazy.
I don't want chordal theory in that style of music.
Sure.
That's fucking
Chords.
sick. Send it.
Nice. Stabs. Can't have a rave without stabs.
Yeah,
If you're in the UK, yeah.
I don't know. I can't
Yes,
answer
sir.
this. I don't know. They're both. I think I'm gonna go stabs because I think you can get a little more groove with shorter stuff.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay, stabs.
Unless you're doing like some cool chordal motion.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So fuck. I don't know.
It's fine. We're not gonna like hang you after this. He chose chords.
So they say.
Off with his head.
We're gonna stab.
If
you,
I'm
though.
not here on the next podcast, you guys know what happened.
Folks, that brings us to the end of the show. Shout out Shady Jones. Rain, thanks so much for coming on the pod, dude.
That was great, man.
Thanks.
This was so much fun.
Is it at Shady Jones?
at Shady Jones Music. Yeah.
At Shady Jones Music, that's it.
People,
Anything
check
you
this,
wanna
check
talk
this dude
about
out.
at the
It's fucking
moment?
great.
Not
Yeah,
to
it's
be
promotionally.
confused with Shitty Jones.
Is there anything you'd like to let the internet know about?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. When's this going up?
This will be up, what is it, the 15th? I gotta look at an actual calendar.
2 weeks?
This will be up at the latest the 25th.
Okay, cool. So the 25th, I'm playing direct support for, well, not direct support actually anymore. Ray Cole is playing direct support for Sage Armstrong, but I'm playing with a homie of mine with Sage.
Let's go.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
go,
Shout out,
buddy.
shout out.
That's gonna be sick.
That's gonna be sick.
Hell yeah.
And that's 2 days before. That's the same night Claude plays Vortex, which I won't be at, but
Shout out, Claude.
shout out Barclay. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's
I
the
got to
man.
dance with him at Miami Music Week.
What?
I was like right on his side. I met his wife. And,
Sick.
like, something got spilled. I was like cleaning stuff up on. She was like, nice. Like, yeah, it pays off being sober and in the club
Sure.
environment to be
Yeah.
a responsible party, especially if you're like the new guest.
Right.
People take notes on that.
Yeah, it's
True.
I think that's important. And,
Right.
Like MK walked on stage, Green Velvet walked on stage. I was like, I'm afraid of everything right now because I have so much work to do.
Did you say MLK walked on stage?
That is wild.
That's huge.
That is wild.
The king.
Shut out.
But then, yeah, that's
MLK, baby.
27th. MLK. MG. I don't know his Mark Kinchin, I think.
Yeah.
Mark Kinchin.
But
Shout out.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's cool. I ran into him a bunch and I was just like, what's up? Every time. And he
Fuck
kept
yeah.
seeing me and was like, what are you doing?
Are you following me?
And then the 27th is Vortex, where we'll be rinsing all of
Oh,
the
sheesh.
boys' ideas
At the junkyard?
at the junkyard.
Here in Denver, folks.
God damn.
Yeah, that'll be wicked.
That's gonna be a sick one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so sick.
And this is something I have to bite my tongue about in September, but I'll
Oh,
shit.
off the pod.
yes.
All right, folks.
Yes.
Well, you heard it here first. There's stuff to come. Hit that sub button. Hit that follow. Go follow Shady Jones Music at Shady Jones Music.
Homie slaying it. Homie slaying it.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Peace out, everyone.
Bye.